The world has its eyes on the war in Europe, but in the Indo-Pacific, things are heating up. In the latest, Beijing has compared the Quad to the NATO. It calls the bloc-based division in the region as dangerous as NATO itself. This is what China's vice foreign minister had to say. I'm quoting here. Going against the trend to pursue the Indo-Pacific strategy, provoke trouble, put together closed and exclusive small circles or groups, get the region off course towards fragmentation and bloc-based division is as dangerous as the NATO strategy of eastward expansion in Europe. If allowed to go unchecked, it would bring unimaginable consequences and ultimately push the Asia-Pacific over the edge of an abyss. There are two main takeaways from this statement. One, China blames NATO's eastward expansion for the conflict in Ukraine. And two, this is a warning for the Quad. This is not the first time that Beijing has compared the Quad to the NATO, but this time it is warning the group. Beijing says a search for absolute security could lead to insecurity. According to China, there are two options in the Indo-Pacific. One would be an open and inclusive community helping cooperation flourish, and the other an Indo-Pacific divided into small blocks. It says the Quad is part of the second one, and this could escalate into further confrontation. NATO is a defensive alliance of 30 nations. The Quad, on the other hand, is a grouping of like-minded nations. It is based on principles. It has a broader purpose. It calls itself a force of global good. Here's what India's foreign minister had to say about the Quad. And I'm quoting yet again. Quad is a grouping of 4 countries who have common interests, common values, a great deal of comfort, who happen to be located at 4 corners of the Indo-Pacific. I would urge you not to slip into that lazy analogy of an Asian NATO. The Quad consists of the United States, India, Australia and Japan. It emerged in 2004. It was formalized in 2007. It lay dormant for 10 years. It was again revived in 2017. But the turning point for the group was in 2020. This is when it assembled at a leadership level. So what sprung the Quad into action suddenly? It was China's actions in the Indo-Pacific. For 16 years, Quad was a talking shop. But since 2020, the stakes have been bigger for the group. China's unilateral actions in the region brought the Quad together. The goal of the group is simple: a free and open Indo-Pacific. That is in the interest of all. For India, the stakes are even higher. It is the only Quad nation that shares a border with China. It is the only Quad nation that has been in direct conflict with China. India has the most to gain and the most to lose from the Quad. The United States has said India is central to the United States Indo-Pacific strategy. The United States views India's emergence on the global stage as a counter to China. Both of the countries have a lot at stake in the region. India could be the bulwark against Chinese aggression here. To compare Quad to a military alliance like NATO is simplistic, misleading. Security and countering China's aggression is crucial for the Quad, but it isn't the only focus of the group. The Quad extends beyond security to other areas of cooperation as well, like trade, global supply chains, climate change and cyber security.
We live in a very fragile
to cooperation in the...
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.